Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, and Sekhmet, the No Longer Kitten. Hi! Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she absolutely gorgeous? So it is my pleasure to welcome you to the official June 2025 video of Llewellyn's 2025 Tarot Calendar. And I am very excited. Of course, you already saw the front, you already saw the back, but I'm very excited for June. Oh, hi. For June 2025. First of all, there's no spread, so this will be a shorter video, but the focus is on the Sun card, and specifically the Sun card from the B Tarot, as in buzz, 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 B, which was written by Kristoffer Hughes, who also wrote the book for the Yuletide Tarot, and it was also illustrated by Nadia Turner. And I want to tell you, this has been on my mind. This tarot deck has been on my mind for a while because I do have a connection to bees, primarily via Oshun, because honey is sacred to her. For those of you who do not know, Oshun is an Orisha. She is a Yoruban Nigerian deity. Goddess specifically, that governs music, drama, dance, love, beauty, and sensual pleasures. And not only are bees sacred to her by virtue of the honey that is sacred to her, but so are sunflowers. So when I saw the sunflower on the Sun card of the B Tarot, I thought to myself, how beyond appropriate is that? So I'm going to read to you the blurb about the Sun card from the B Tarot, the blurb about the bees, and I'm also going to read to you about the essential oil blends for divination. Now, I'm going to tell you, I do not work with essential oils often enough, but now between Devil's Conjure and Luna and Co. Soapery, I've been working with essential oil blends more often, and I want to tell you, it is such a powerful, magical tool. And I am aware that there are people out there in YouTube land that have high sensitivities to essences, to certain aromas. I get that. I am happy that I do not have that affliction, that I do not have to deal with that, but I will tell you that these essential oil blends that I've been working with lately between Devil's Conjure and Luna and Co. Soapery are fabulous, just fabulous. So, the Sun from the B Tarot. Just as sunflowers turn their faces to the golden rays of the sun, this card tells us to look toward the light in our situation. It promises a bright and gentle dawn over the horizon. Now, just a quick aside, especially those of you who have had readings with me, you know that I do not look at any card, regardless of the card reading system, as a good card or a bad card. And even the Sun, which is probably one of the most positive cards of the major arcana, has its downsides, like being burnt out. Like if you're going to the beach, this could indicate the possibility, if not the probability, of sunburn. So that's why when it comes to cards and when it comes to any divination system, including runes, I look at it from the perspective of, is this empowering the client or is this disempowering the client? And of course, I know all too well that a goddess cannot subsist on moonlight alone. Bees, the busy bees, work together in divine harmony for the greater good of the hive. They remind us that when we share our work and our joy with others, our whole community can flourish. And now more than ever, especially in the United States, communities are getting together to share work, share joy, so that the community can thrive. Like the... So, I'm only going to read the first two because, number one, I like having 0 copyright strikes. And number two, there are 5 blends in total. So I figured the first 2 will be fine. So, Clairvoyance Oil. A floral bouquet to open your psychic senses using 1/4 part heliotrope, 1/4 part honeysuckle, 1/2 part sandalwood, and a few drops of wisteria. That sounds lovely, I must say. And then Divination Oil III. A sweet and spicy mixture to bring you wisdom and enhance your magic, using 1/2 part lotus, 1/8 part clove, 1/8 part orange, and 1/4 part sandalwood. Lotus and sandalwood are absolutely ideal for enhancing psychic abilities. Now, here's the thing about clove and cinnamon oils. They're very intense. And even though I already said this once in the video, it absolutely bears repeating. These are oils, clove and cinnamon, that must be diluted. If you do not dilute them, if you apply them directly undiluted on your skin, it could lead to a burn. That's how intense and how concentrated clove oil and cinnamon oils are. And I will list the ingredients for these 2 essential oil blends in the description box so that you have it at the ready. And I definitely recommend purchasing your own copies of Llewellyn's Complete Formulary of Magical Oils. I'm actually surprised that I never heard of that book before. And there you have it, everybody in YouTube land. So I absolutely recommend checking out the Bee Tarot. And if you have the Bee Tarot, let me know. If you have any other tarot decks written by Kristoffer Hughes and or illustrated by Nadia Turner, let me know in the comments as well. And of course, I am most thankful to Llewellyn Publications for continuing to publish their Llewellyn's Tarot Calendars. As I've mentioned on numerous occasions and will mention on numerous occasions again, this is the one and only tarot-themed annual that Llewellyn publishes every year. They have the Western astrology annuals, they have the witchy annuals, they have annuals for herbs, for aromatherapy, for magical cats, for mythical creatures, but they only have one tarot-themed annual, and this is the tarot-themed annual. And FYI, the Llewellyn's 2026 tarot calendar will be published in 2 months in July of 2025, and I am very much looking forward to obtaining my copy of that calendar as well. And of course, thank you so much to Charles Harrington for taking over from the Barbara Moore in writing the insight spreads and tips. And of course, thank you to every company, bookstore, website, third-party seller, etc., 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 that stocks and sells these calendars. And of course, thank you to all of you in YouTube land who've been purchasing these calendars, whether it's in person, online, or both. And as always, thank you so much to all of you for all the likes, all the comments, all the shares, and all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And an extra big and beautiful thank you to those of you who have already scheduled your sessions. Stay in tune with your intuition. Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated, and stay tuned for the next video.